Digital Dreamers presents Brendo, digital business owner, live with Digital Dreamers.
And we are back. Hello, everybody. Hello, digital dreamers. Welcome back to another episode of Getting to Know Digital Business Owners all over the world. If this is your first time watching me live, yes, I am Anna. I'm a mom, a wife, and a proud digital business owner coming to you live all the way from the Netherlands on a Sunday morning. Yes, it's April 13th, 2025. And for today's episode, I'm very excited because our special guest, he is joining live all the way from Germany. So sit back, relax, and be inspired. Let us all welcome Brendo.
Hello,
Hello!
everyone.
Good
Hello.
morning.
Good
Welcome
morning.
live with Digital Dreamers. This is it. Please introduce yourself to our viewers, Brendo.
Okay. My name is Brendo Impuerto, and I'm 24 years old, and I'm a proud digital business owner, and I'm full-time machine programmer by profession and part-time entrepreneur. And I grew up from Philippines originally, and also in Germany too. So actually, I grew up in both countries.
Wow.
And yeah, that's a bit of me.
Wow.
Well,
Welcome, Brendo. 24 years old.
yeah.
So you are a machine programmer by profession.
Yes.
So,
So,
first of all, thank you so much for being here. I-share ko lang yung live natin
mm,
para para ma-aware ang ating mga viewers na we are live. So,
mhm.
I shared. Let me see. Sorry for that.
Mm.
Yes, Brendo is 24 years old. How many years you've been living in Germany, if you don't mind, Brendo?
I think I came here when I was 11 years old, and I'm 24.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah,
So that's long. So you
that's
finished your school?
it's over
You
half of
finished
my
your
life.
college? Half. You finished your college there in Germany.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I'm not actually college. I go instead to go to college. I go to on a trade school,
And applying.
and yeah, and apply on a
Oh, kasi lahi. Here
yeah,
is
because
different, huh?
it's actually different from country to country. So instead of
Yeah,
I go
that's
to
true.
college, go to trade school because I to be frankly though I can afford a college because it's really expensive though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Now,
it's yeah.
yes, thank you so much for being here. I know you are very busy, but your time is much, much appreciated here. I'm very, very excited to hear your story today. It's another inspiring story for sure. So let's get started.
Mhm.
Let's start from the beginning, Brendo.
Mhm.
What's your story? What made you curious or even bold enough to explore? I mean, you have a stable job, and
Yeah.
this is something very different from programming. So, what inspired you to explore something beyond your profession?
For a long time, me and my family was just surviving. I was stuck in this cycle where I barely had time to breathe, let alone think about anything beyond my job. And every day felt like a blur. Wake up, work, sleep, repeat. And despite pouring so much of myself into my profession, the returns, both financially and personally, were minimal, and it was exhausting. And the income barely stretched far enough to cover the basics. And even when I wasn't working, I was too drained to enjoy life or spend real time with the people I cared about. And I remember looking around and realizing I had no balance in my life at all. Um, I was living in a short, fleeting moment for weekends that flew by too fast, and dreading Mondays that always came too soon.
So,
That kind of routine, it wears me down. It makes me question what I'm doing it for, and what inspires me to explore something beyond my profession is honestly it was my family. I've always carried this deep desire to build something for them, something real, something that lasts. So not just paycheck that disappears by the end of the month, but a foundation. And yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
A future. And my job, well, it's fine though, but it, it, it paid bills, but it never felt like it was taking us anywhere. I
Mhm.
kept thinking, wow, like, wow, is this it? Is this all I ever be able to give them? And that thought, it never sat me right. It never sat right with me.
Mhm.
And I wanted more than just to provide. I wanted to create. I want to give them stability, opportunities, even a legacy if I could. So I started looking beyond the usual path, beyond what I was um, trained for to do, and it wasn't easy. But every time I felt doubt creeping in, I thought of them, and that was all the motivation I needed. Um, this journey isn't about ambition. It's about building something that lasts with my own two hands for the people I matter, for people who matter most for me. And my last and my main inspiration is my mom. Um, as she began her entrepreneurship, despite of her not being tech savvy or having a non business background,
Mhm.
um, she showed me that anything is possible. She showed me that any of us are capable of more than we think. And yeah, that was my inspiration.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. This is not something about ambition. This is
yeah.
about a legacy you can build to your future. For a 24 years old, that is so deep. Thank you so much for that, Brendo. My gosh, kinikilabutan po ako. At 24 years old, thinking about those things,
No.
we are not talking about the money here. We're not talking about the ambition,
Mm,
but you are talking already about the legacy you can build for your family. And to know that your mom is your first, yes, your inspiration. I talked to her, she's very inspiring. And yes, that's so true. Not being tech savvy, not being having
mm,
not having a business background
basically.
is not a hindrance to achieve goals. And Brendo
Mm,
here is just a perfect example for everyone out there that's looking for an inspiration. He is just 24 years old, guys, again.
yeah.
And just give me 1 second to say hi to our viewers at the Angie Island from Germany. Thank you. And my parents are watching live from the Philippines. Thank you so much.
Thank you, po.
And Coach Janet, yes, she said
Wow.
out,
Hello,
Coach.
coach.
Yes, hello, Coach. Good morning, buenos dias. That's what I say. Oh, I love Ate Angie. Thank you so much. And your mom is watching.
Wow.
Oh,
Hi, mom. Okay.
I know you are busy. Thank you so much for dropping by. Yes.
Thank you so
And we
much.
have a lot of viewers, Ate Ching. My next guest
Wow.
on Live with Digital Dreamers. Your questions is ready, so we have to schedule your time. Yes. Hello from France. Thank you, Ate Annabelle. And yes, for my second question. Because
Mm.
grabe yung story nung ganon, ah. Ang hugot, the story behind. Yeah, that's the story of Brendo at 24 years old. Grabe yung hugot ng kanyang life. Then
Mm.
transitioning from computer programmer
Mhm.
to the space to this digital space must have been a shift.
Mm.
How did you find your way through the startup phase? You're already a tech expert. So, were the things that left totally new? May mga pagbabago ba or challenging for you? How did you handle those things?
Well, there was challenges, of course, and um, there were, yeah. How did I handle the early challenges? Well,
Mhm.
I embraced them honestly, and don't get me wrong, they were tough. There were moments of doubt, setbacks that made me question everything, and days where it felt like I was just stumbling in the dark. But instead of seeing those challenges as roadblocks, I started to looking them as a lesson, as opportunity to grow. And I realized that every struggle was shaping me, sharpening me, pushing me to become more resilient, more creative,
Mm-hmm.
more resourceful. And it was never about avoiding difficulty. It was about learning how to rise through it. And honestly, once I shifted my mindset, the pressure didn't feel so heavy. It became a motivation to become my better version of myself. And that perspective made all the difference. Challenges didn't stop me. Uh, they built me. They built me. Um, and I also always stayed positive and stuck to the plan. And that was my anchor. And in the beginning, everything felt uncertain, of course, and things didn't always go the way I hoped. And there were definitely moments where I thought I wasn't good enough. But I remember myself why I started, and I made a decision early on. Um, no matter how tough it got, I wouldn't panic. I stayed grounded in the process, and I knew that success doesn't come overnight. So even the results were slow, I kept showing up, kept putting in the work, and trust the plan I had laid out, and keeping positive mindset. That was the key. I trained myself to see setbacks as temporary and to celebrate small wins along the way. I'm sure it
Yeah.
wasn't easy though, but that combination of patience and persistence and positivity is what got me through. And last thing though is there were moments when I felt completely lost, and it was like I was in over my head, and I realized pretty quickly that trying to figure out everything alone was only making things harder. So I let go of my pride and started reaching out to people who had been through it, people who knew more than I did in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really thankful to have a supportive team and a coach with a heart. So shout out to my team and to my coach. And yeah, it really made a huge difference. Sometimes just talking to someone helped me see things more clearly, and other times their advices literally saved me from making big mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Seeking help didn't make me weaker; it made me smarter. It kept me grounded and remind me that I wasn't alone in this.
Wow, guys, you hear that from a 24-year-old again. All those things. I am just so overwhelmed. It's not about avoiding difficulties. It's about
Yeah,
embracing them and learning them along the way.
mm,
The humbleness
yeah.
there, I can see from the deepest of my heart, Brendo, the humbleness
Thank you.
of your being just a normal human being is there. How
Mhm.
you just said, oh, you guys don't miss this live because he is sharing things that I've never heard from a 24-year-old before. I just want to say, I'm gonna show this. Coach Janet is saying, yes, he is extraordinary, inspiring talaga. I want to adopt
Uh,
him.
wow,
Oo!
thank you, coach.
I want
Nakaka-blush naman.
you can be a ano tawag doon, ninang. Hello po.
Oh.
Wow, she wants to adopt you. And
Oh
then
God.
yes, kuya, you are creating the life you want and building your future. I can see malayo ang mararating mo and super bait. I can feel that the way he explained things is just get through me to my bones.
Wow.
It's not about the struggles is everywhere. It's not about
Yeah.
being, avoiding it. Just have to be there and learn from the people that has been there.
Mhm.
This Ate Brenda, you raised a very handsome and intelligent young
Oh,
man here. I'm just salute to that. It's not easy to be. I'm a first time mom. I'm still struggling if I am doing good for my son. He's now almost 2 years old. And I'm complaining and not complaining. I'm fighting with my husband. We're like, don't do this, don't do that. Starting this business also made me realize that you are also consider myself as a mom. When you gave birth, you will not think that, am I going to be a good mother? No, you raise your kid, you raise your child, however it is, how hard it is. So you keep going. Not because you fail, you did something wrong or you upset your child. You will not say, okay, I'm going to stop being a mother because I'm not good enough. So just like on this business, you just keep going, just keep doing. You have to do what has to be done for you to be successful, because you will never know. No one will tell you you're not a good mom. No one will tell you you're not a good entrepreneur just because you stop. If you stop, then that's the end of your story. So from there, I have high salute to Ate Brenda for raising Brendo here. Yes, super proud. When I saw your interview with Jen, I said, I'm gonna talk to this young entrepreneur from Germany. I really need to do that. And really, wow, it just blow my mind. It just blow my mind. You are such an inspiring one, Brendo. And
Thank you.
yes, this is it's getting so intense because my third question, we like to keep it real here. What has experience? What has the experience really been like so far? Any moments that stood out, either wins or wake up calls? So, what is that?
Well, my real
Who has
story
the,
behind, yeah,
yeah.
my real story behind from all of this, well, it's a mix of two different worlds. Like I said earlier, I grew up in Philippines until I was 11, I
Mm-hmm.
guess 10, and life there was simple, sometimes tough, but it taught me a lot about gratitude, family, resilience. I carry those roots with me every single day. The warmth, the culture, the sense of community. It shaped me who I am at the core. And then everything's changed since I moved to Germany. And suddenly I was in a new country, new language, new everything.
Yeah.
It was overwhelming at the first time. Yeah, yes, of course, but trying to fit in, trying to adapt while still holding on to where I came from. But that experience, it pushed me to grow in ways I never expected. It taught me how to be flexible, how to find strength in discomfort, and how to build sometime from scratch, even when you feel like a complete outsider. And
Yes.
I use that mix of experience to drive me forward. And when I came here to Germany, and there were tough times where it hits me like a bus. Like, for instance, I started hustling young,
Mm-hmm.
just 17. I was still a student, and I was already juggling side gigs to side gigs. I was bartending. I was um, go as a waiter,
Wow.
and mostly on weekends. I go to school during the weekdays and then spend my weekends uh,
Working.
working. Yeah, trying to earn enough to help my family and try to survive. And yes, of course, as a young person, it was very stressful, no doubt. I was tired mentally and physically almost all the time. So, in the nutshell, I sacrificed my youth to provide my family. But despite all of that, I kept going. I didn't have much of a choice
Mm-hmm.
because, yeah, I knew I had to push through because I wanted more for myself, for my family, and I didn't want to stay stuck in survival mode. So I kept grinding, learn something new, and sacrificing sleep and comfort to chase something better. And eventually, I landed a good paying job where I work right now. But and that moment feels so real. Like at the late nights and quiet breakdowns had finally paid off. But even now, I carry those early struggles with me, remind me where I came from, and they keep me grounded. Um, my journey wasn't that smooth, but it was instructive, and it taught me to never take progress for granted. And few years later, things began to change. I started redeeming the time I thought I had lost. I found new purpose, new opportunities, and started creating a life that actually felt like mine. All those great things happened since me and my mom take the first step of entrepreneurship, and yeah, here we are now.
Wow, that story is like it seems to be so normal to be at work, to do juggling. You
Yeah.
know, a lot of OFWs, a lot of people around the world, they are juggling a lot.
Mm.
But you know, coming from someone like you that really experienced early on age the difference between from the Philippines and here abroad, and I'm still on that now, right at this moment, I'm still
Mm.
on you know, how would I live in a different country, with a different culture, in a different, totally different life, but you become successful. You achieve what you wish from your heart, Brendo, because of the gratitude. You carried that from your heart. I can feel how you said, I have this, you know, the gratefulness for your mom, how you look after for her. This is one of a kind story. Not
Thank you.
all of the kids, not all of the breadwinners are breadwinners. You know, they said all of the elders are breadwinners. No, there are not. There are people that are
Not
not the
always.
elders.
Hmm.
They are looking after their parents. And me as a breadwinner, I am so proud of you. Really,
Thank you.
really,
Thank
really
you.
proud of you. How you look up after your mom, your future, and you don't settle for less because you don't deserve to settle for just pay bills, repeat, you know, go to work.
Yeah,
And
she
I'm so
deserves more.
grateful that I met you
Mm.
here, and I really wanted to see you in person. I know you are very um mahiyain o lawon,
Introvert,
but
introvert.
yes, time will come. You know, Brenda, when I started this life, you don't want to know how I look like, how I talk, how I welcome my guest here. I'm just shaking, and until now I'm still shaking. But like what you said, difficulties is not about avoiding them, embracing them. So I embrace
Yes,
my alam mo yun, imperfectness. How would I
perfectness.
say?
Hmm.
Oh, thank you so much, Ate Brenda. Yes, just like
Wow,
words, thank you is not enough.
wow.
Yes,
Thank
really.
you.
I just have to talk to you to feel that because I know already that you've been very inspiring, but talking to you personally, no, talking to you live, it's different. I want to make a selfie with you when we meet each other. No, remember that.
Okay, I will remember that.
Yeah, I'm so amazed how you stay calm because I'm very madaldal, diba? I'm very like, I'm so
Actually, I'm screaming right now in my head. Like,
oh my god, that's like
I'm,
no, because I wanted it to feel light and I'm like this. That's wherever I am, I'm really like this. So now,
uh,
fourth question. We're almost done though. Because Brenda is screaming inside. You've been doing this for a little while now.
yeah.
How's the shift going? Lessons learned, changes in your mindset that you didn't expect at first.
Well, there are two major shifts that really changed my perspective in life. First is the growth mindset shift. Um, in the beginning, I didn't fully understand what growth mindset meant. I was focused on getting things right, on
Mm-hmm.
like avoiding failure, on making sure I didn't mess up. But over time, I began to realize that success isn't about perfection, like you said, and it's about progress. And the moment I embraced that idea, my whole perspective shifted. Um, I went from seeing challenges as obstacles to seeing them as opportunities to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Every mistake became a lesson. Every setback was a chance back to come back stronger. Um, Instead of fearing failure, I started to welcome them, because I knew it meant I was pushing my limits, learning and evolving. And this shift is it wasn't immediate, but it changed everything. Um, Now, when I face something difficult, I don't panic or retreat. Just stay calm, even though my head is screaming. And uh, and then I always ask myself, uh, what can I learn from this? And I keep moving forward. Um, it's not about being perfect. It's about being better than I was yesterday. Yeah, and that growth mindset has opened doors I never thought possible, and giving me the confidence to tackle challenges I once would have run from, like like right now having conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I and like I said earlier, I'm really introverted. I actually don't approach first the conversation, so I let the conversations approach me.
Mm-hmm.
So, so I'm that kind of type of person, and honestly, it's been the key of to everything. My progress, my success, and my ability to keep going, no matter what. And the second one is from employee to entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Um, the shift from being an employee to become an entrepreneur. Well, honestly, it's been like how would I say this? Stepping into a entire new world.
Yeah.
When I was in this employee mindset, my mindset was largely about following directions, um, meeting deadlines,
Mm-hmm.
and delivering on someone else's vision. And there was security in that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was clear what I had to do, and I could rely on structure that was already in place. But as an entrepreneur, everything changed. Suddenly, I was the one creating the structure. I was the one making the decision, take the risk, and carrying the weight of every outcome, uh, good or bad outcomes. Um, at first, that felt overwhelming, sure, but it wasn't just about doing the work anymore. It was building something from scratch and figuring out how to make it
Mm-hmm.
all happen. And honestly, I had to learn how to embrace uncertainty. Um, what shifted for me was how I began to think about responsibility. Uh, as an employee, I was accountable to a manager or a company, and as an entrepreneur, I realized I'm accountable to myself and to anyone who trusting in what I'm doing, what I'm building, my family, mainly. And I had to shift from a mindset of just getting by to one of constantly evolving, problem solving, and taking ownership. And I had to get comfortable with making, for example, collaboration like this, or owning my mistakes, and constantly finding new ways to push forward. And it it's been a huge transition, but now I see challenges differently. They're not roadblocks; they're opportunities to learn and grow. Like I said before, and this entrepreneurial mindset has shifted my whole approach to business and life. And I've learned that failure isn't final. It's a part of journey, and that adaptability, resilience, and innovation are the key to success, in my view. And
Wow. Oh
that's it.
my gosh.
That's it.
Success is not about perfection. I'm trying
Mm.
to remember what are the things you were saying that really goes into my brain, that into my bones. Success is not about perfection, it's about progress.
Mm.
And
Yes.
you were saying that you learned that failure is not fatal. Yes, really, to be successful, a lot of people have been successful. You don't want to know how many failures they have been through.
Yeah.
But it's not about avoiding those failures, but accepting this. And I
Mm.
would say, yes, from employee mindset to entrepreneurial mindset, that's a huge difference. And for
Yes.
you,
Mm.
someone like you, an introvert young man with had a stable job, a high paid job, I would say, is now transitioning to this kind of mindset. Wow. And you made it. You made your digital business happen, Brendo. And I was trying to say Dominic. I don't know why. But, as someone like really doesn't know you personally, I would say
Mm.
this. I am so proud that after all those challenges, after all those struggles, after all those things, after the employee mindset, now you made your digital business happen and growing. And that is beyond words. I am so
Oh,
proud of you.
thank
You
you.
are already successful. And just by that, because not all people are willing to have the courage to do so, to achieve
Mm.
to be themselves, to invest in themselves. I cannot say that. And for someone like you that really dare to invest in yourself, to invest on learning, to invest on achieving goals by embracing those mistakes, from embracing those kind of things, because I can see that you are very perfectionist. I can feel that you're a perfectionist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Always tied up. Yeah.
always been
That's
perfect.
also my flaw, the perfectionist. I always try to manage. Okay, this is perfect. This is pose perfect. It must fit to my personality. It must put everything. It really fires up into my brain, and it's actually a hinder. So
Yeah.
yeah, and one more thing is uh, just just don't try to be a perfectionist, because it always hinders you from what you want to become, because
hmm
like I said, it really hinders you, and I'm
Just
working on it.
imagine. I can feel very perfectionist. You want everything. I think because you are programmer. Is that because of your job? Is that because of how you really grow up?
Both actually.
Both.
There's,
And
and by programming you have to structure it as so I always structure those program perfect,
yeah,
so it's kind of like my routine. It's kind of like my routine though.
routine. Okay. Now
Yeah.
it's so amazing how this perfectionist guy here are embracing now. It's not he's trying to say to everyone out there watching, he's trying to say that he is embracing, he is being comfortable by not being comfortable. You are embracing comfort on your uncomfortable side because he's introvert. And that just shows that this business is for everybody. Whatever your
Yes.
background, whatever it is, you just have to step in. And like what Brendo is saying, life is a journey.
Yes.
So you don't have to be perfect to start achieving your goals because life is a journey. Enjoy the ride and let it go. Let go of your
Yes.
perfectionist mindset, your
Yes.
employee mindset, and you are ready for the success that is just waiting for you on the other side of your comfort zone. Wow. How I always say this to all my guests. I've learned everything from them. Every time I have a guest, I always learn something from them. But that is because they are always like older than me. I'm sorry, but I always interviewed coaches in the business, and I always interview business partners that are really, moms, and I would say experienced than me, because I have no experience at all. Then I learned every single time. I learned a lot, but I didn't expect that I would also learn so much more from someone 10 years younger than me and doing this business. How amazing is that? That's what
Thank
I'm
you.
saying. The the growth in this business is endless. The
Mm,
possibilities also are endless, and the most important thing, the money is endless. So,
yep.
as Ativanji is saying, perfection is subjective. We have different definition. Good job,
Yeah.
Brando. Yes, that is
Thank you
very
po.
true.
I
If you don't mind,
appreciate.
I am on the last question that I'm
Mm,
preparing for you. But
yep.
just quick. I couldn't let you go without asking you.
Yeah.
What is your definition of success, Brendo?
Well, for me, success is about more than just profits and recognition. It's about living a fulfilled life, one where I'm not just surviving, but truly thriving. It's about reaching point where where I can look at my family and know I created a future for them, a future where they don't have to worry. And one first thing I think of success is being able to retire my mom early. She worked so hard to give me everything she could, and being able to take care of her, to give her comfort and freedom she deserves, um, that to me is a major part of my success.
Oh my gosh, you hear that, Ate Brenda? He wants you to retire early. Oh my gosh, I'm crying inside. Oh my god. Oh,
Uh, I don't mean
Brendo
to.
is really emotional.
Oh, oh,
It's just
uh,
unbelievable.
oh,
A lot of people, a lot of people in this world, success is about money. Success is about,
yeah,
but
mostly.
you
Yeah.
you define success as your mom retire early, as you have a legacy, you have a future that you don't have to escape from. And that's, I think, for a 24-year-old, that's something. This
Thank you.
life will be saved online. One day I will look back at this. When your mom is
Um,
retired, we will look back on this video. We will look back on this day today. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being so, being
uh,
vulnerable, being there to share
sorry
that.
to make you cry.
No, it's just like, oh, that is something. Your mom is watching for sure. I want to say, Ate Vanji, oh, thank you so
Thank
much.
you
I
po.
really
Thank you
want to hear
po.
your story one day, Ate Vanji. I really want to meet you actually. Or your mom is saying, ako ang na-stress minsan sa ka-perfectionist. Huh? What is happening to my computer? But other side, I'm so proud. Yes, I can feel
Thank you,
he's
ma.
perfectionist. Big
Thank you, ma.
hugs! Ang haba ng yes, ikaw na talaga ang bida today. Nakakaiyak. Yes, coach.
Oh,
He made me cry today.
oh,
Ate
thank
Brenda,
you.
you're raised, and no doubt on that. You really raised him the best way you could. Just for a single mom, salute. It is different. It hits me different as a mom now. I mean, my son is just 2 years old. How could he say that? I cannot. I want to retire early for him because I had a chance. I am so grateful. I am so blessed that I found this business when he was young, so I can prepare
Mm,
for my retirement, so I can take care of him and have all the luxury of life. I don't have to worry, like what you said. I also don't have to worry about the future.
mhm.
I don't have to escape on that. You
Yeah,
know,
that's the matter the most.
So
Yeah.
it's so it's so amazing how to talk to this perfectionist. Uh, it just hits me. I'm sorry. Now, I'm on my last because we've
Mm.
been talking for 39 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm so madaldal.
No, no, it's okay.
I am really enjoying. I'm loving it that I'm listening to someone like you. It really inspires me so much.
Oh,
And
thank you.
yes, Brendo, I always called you Dominic. I don't know. For some out of my mind, that's why I asked
Yeah,
you, how
yeah,
do you want me
that's
to call you?
actually Brendo.
uh,
Brendo, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, mostly Brendo, but at home they call me Tisoy for some reason.
Tisoy?
Tisoy, yeah.
Ah, Tisoy. Oh,
Tisoy
Tisoy.
means Tisoy means guapo.
Yes,
Yeah.
handsome.
Okay, okay.
Your
I nearly
mom is
forgot.
right.
I nearly
Tisoy.
forgot.
Yes, now we are on the last question. For those quietly watching and wondering, I want them to be inspired by you. What's
Mhm.
one simple, honest piece of advice you'd share with someone who's thinking about something, starting something like this, but they are not sure yet?
Oh, well, first of all, I'd ask you, um, what are people most afraid of, and is it the risk? Is it the fear of failure or the judgment from others? Because let's be real, those are the things that hold us back mostly, and the fear of stepping out of comfort zone, the possibility of not succeeding, and the idea that others may look at you and think, uh, "What are you doing?" Right? But here's the truth: the only way to find out what you're capable of is to move through those fears. Risk. It's just a part of growing, of doing something different. Um, Failure. It's a sign that you're not good enough, but it's a feedback as a stepping stone on the path of success and the judgment. Like there are too many. You call this marites, right? I'm not. Yeah,
You
and
know
those
that?
marites. Yeah. Honestly, people are going to judge you no matter what you do, and their judgment don't pay your bills, so why you should care, right?
Hmm.
And if you're curious, if something inside you is pushing you to explore, then take the first step. Don't let fear freeze you. Um, you're not going to have it all figured out right away, and that's okay. I've been there. I've been there. We've been there, and the journey is messy and it's uncertain at first glance, of course. But if you let those fears control you, you never know what you could achieve. So my advice is stop asking what if I fail, and start asking what if I succeed. The only thing holding you back is the fear of unknown, and honestly, you never know what's possible until you give it a shot. And yeah, take the first step.
Wow. Don't let fear freeze you.
Hmm.
Everyone watching there right now, don't let fear freeze you. That's something I didn't hear for quite some time. And it's just, oh my gosh, I cannot process out of my mind what you are saying, a lot of things. Yes, you don't have
Thanks.
to figure it out everything.
Yeah, at the
I've
beginning.
been there too,
Yeah,
Brendo,
we've been there, right? Yeah.
that's the best way on how you say it. We've been there.
Oh,
I've been there. So you
yeah,
don't have to worry about everything because that's true. A lot of people are just scared. Fear of failure.
yeah.
Fear of
The
unknown.
judgment. Yeah, the
Yes.
judgment.
The
The
Marites
marites.
will not pay your bills.
Yeah,
The Marites
exactly,
will not pay your bills. So
exactly.
hear that from Brendo. That's true because we live in a world where we value so much on the
Mm,
opinions of others. And being on this journey, it's very important that we know why we're doing this. If we keep
Mm.
on valuing the people that has nothing to do with our lives aside from distracting us from achieving those goals, which is very normal, then
Mm.
it will just delay on the process.
Mm.
Wow. Can you guys imagine? From Brendo, he just said, take that step. Do not let fear of failure or fear of what ifs or fear of unknown stop
Mm.
you from achieving those dreams na matagal nang natutulog. A lot of
Mm.
people are just letting their dreams to. I've been there too. There was a time in my life that I was like, no, I'm not the woman that is deserving to achieve those goals, to achieve those dreams. And even being a mom was my dream for long, and it's at one point it was just stop. Okay, I will just stop dreaming of it because it may not be happen. But
Mm.
God has a plan for us. If we just keep
Yeah.
on, trust the process and go with it,
Mm-hmm.
go
Yeah.
take rest
Yes,
and be
indeed.
be responsible.
Mm.
Take accountability on yourself, be responsible of your action, and as long as wala kay tapakan nga tao
Yeah.
on achieving your
Then.
goals, that's the
Mm.
best way to do it.
Yeah.
And on that note, I still have comments to read. My God. Oh, wow. At Coach Janet, pag naging 24 years old uli ako, I want to be,
Oh.
just imagine, for her to say that is just very inspiring, Brendo.
Mm. Oh, thank you
Really.
so much.
I would say the same. If
Mm.
I was 24 and maybe if life was different, I would make my parents proud at that age. But they are already proud of me now. I'm a little bit
Mm.
late, but it's a journey. Like I said, a
Yeah.
life is a journey. So
Mm-hmm.
my father is very happy. He's very proud because I wanted to be a lawyer when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
But because we have no money, I cannot afford to do so. I had no college degree.
Mm-hmm.
And I just realized that, hey, in this business, I will be earning more than a lawyer. And I look like a lawyer. I can talk a lot. I will
Mm-hmm.
be I will be helping families to achieve their goals, to achieve justice for their future, to have the best life for their kids. And that, for me, it's more than a lawyer, more than being a lawyer. So, God has the plan for
Mm-hmm.
us. It may not be on that direction you want, but it's the best, the better, the best plan for us.
Mm-hmm.
So, everyone's saying, you're always wearing a blazer. Blazer is my dream. Even the
Mm-hmm.
Philippines is so hot, and I'm always wearing. Thank you, Ako. You make your mom cries. And
Oh, thank
at the
you,
Brenda,
Ryan.
I want to say, bon voyage for tomorrow. I know you're busy packing things at Pasalubong. Charot. Charot, charot, charot. Forget, forget. Ate Jen. Hello, Ate Jen. When I call
Hello.
Ate Jen, I'm already she's very young and very sexy. Hot mama. uh, I'm so proud of
Thank
you.
you po. Thank you
Thank
po
you
for
to
the
everyone who
support.
are tuning in
Thank you
to
for
the team of
everything.
Brendo. Thank you so
Mhm.
much. I really, really appreciate your time. I know time is precious, time is gold, but we really, really appreciate your time being here. And I will continue doing this because I'm very inspired with every time. These people, I'm always looking to my StreamYard, all this library, all the interviews, watching them again and again to help me realize this is life. It's nice to see someone achieving their goals and inspire someone being the best version of themselves. I can only see you're the young Franco Panganiban. You know him?
Yeah, I'm actually
I don't
always
want to
fan of
put
him.
pressure on your
Yeah,
shoulder, but I can
yeah,
already see that you
yeah.
have the best team, you have the best mindset, you are on the right direction. Hold on, because one day we will crush those goals. Now, for everybody watching there, we have a free live workshop every Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Watch the replay anytime, anywhere. All you have to do is to go to our website, register your name and email for free, and watch the workshop that changed a lot of people already worldwide, including our lives. So
Mhm.
Like what Brenda was saying, take that action. You don't
Yeah.
have nothing to lose on this opportunity. You have everything to gain. And we will be guiding you every step of the way. If I can do this, I have no college degree. I am just a simple woman, a kasambahay, a helper, a cleaner from the Philippines to the Netherlands. I'm running this digital business that is operating globally.
Mm.
Brenda, on the other hand, is just 24 years old, computer programmer, perfectionist, managed to run his own successful digital business. Then it's for everybody.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much. I still have one comment.
Oh.
Thank you, Ate
Uh,
Brenda. I'm really, really happy that I managed to meet all of you. Thank you to Ate Angie who introduced me to the whole team, really from Coach Janet at first.
mm.
Now, any last words? You wanna say any last word? We've been talking for 50 minutes. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's actually a practice for me.
Oh, that's so
I'm not.
sweet. You're not
That's
complaining. Maybe you have nightmares tonight because of me talking a lot. No. I hope not.
no, not
No,
at all. Actually, it's actually a
not at
practice for
all.
me.
That's good to know.
No, that's
Well,
actually, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
I
thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. This has been Live Digital Dreamers, and I will see you again next episode. Until next time, bye, everybody.
bye. Thank you.
Thank you.